A popular social media influencer with over 30,000 followers has tragically been murdered by her husband after accusing him of being inappropriate with juveniles on TikTok. Let's discuss the details in this case right now. Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne-Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carriacou, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening as we discuss another true crime case. How are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday evening? Thank y'all once again for joining me tonight. I hope y'all are all having a great evening and a great week so far, and y'all are ready to hear a true crime case. Now, tonight's case is very sad and heartbreaking for me because I did, in fact, follow this social media influencer on TikTok. I loved her. She was a bright light. She was a breath of fresh air. She was just a beautiful soul. I loved her makeup. I loved her clothes. She was always happy. However, sadly, this past Thursday, she passed away at only 43 years old. Yes, social media influencer Sara Gilson was murdered by her husband, Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy, as he went on TikTok. He had over 300,000 followers on TikTok, and Sara had over 30,000 followers on TikTok. She was climbing up the social media ladder very fast, but sadly, she was murdered this past Thursday in Oklahoma by her husband. Now, Sara had just found out some very devastating news a month prior to her passing away. On July 11th, Sara posted a video, a new TikTok trend with the Netflix background and the Netflix music in the background. Everyone is doing this trend. Sara sat down, put her hands on her knees. She looked very sad and very disturbed. And the caption said, "Preparing for my Netflix documentary on my soon-to-be ex-husband who I just found out is a pedo." And the other caption said something like, "I'm not joking," or "I wish I was joking, but I'm not." She was very devastated about hearing the news of her soon-to-be ex-husband. Now, everyone is doing this trend. I even did this trend on how I became face-to-face with South Louisiana serial killer Derek Totley. So everyone was posting this trend. However, the trend that Sara posted was extremely disturbing because she was telling the entire world on TikTok that she had just found out that her soon-to-be ex-husband was a pedo. The most disturbing news a wife can find out about her husband. On June 9th, about a month before Sara posted the video, a young girl and a parent told police that Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy, who coached the girls' traveling basketball team, inappropriately touched her during an event at an elementary school earlier that evening, according to police. Another team coach saw what happened and immediately turned and reported to the girl's parent. It was also said this wasn't the first time Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy, was inappropriate with the juvenile. Jeremiah fled and hadn't been seen since. Following the incident, the police had to notify Jeremiah's wife, 43-year-old Sara Gilson, about the incident. Police came to the house and they told Sara about what was going on, and they told her how to receive an emergency contact protective order against her husband, Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy. Sara was granted an emergency protective order the very next day on June 10th, 2026. Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy, was ordered to stay 100 yards away from Sara and her home at all times. Could y'all imagine? Could y'all imagine you in your kitchen, you're cooking, you're watching TV, and knockity knock, knock, knock. It's the police to inform you that people are saying that your husband is inappropriate with a child. That is the worst news a wife can find out about her husband. And Sara had just found that out, and she was not playing with that man. No. Oh no. She was done. She was going to get a protective order and she was going to divorce him, and that was it. And rightfully so. I don't know what I would do. I would be losing my mind. Yeah, I would be losing my freaking mind if I found that out about my man. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself, but I would have done the exact same thing as Sara did. I would have went get me a protective order and I would have wiped my hands clean with that man and never spoke to him again. Well, Jeremiah did not like that. Oh no, he did not like that, because this past Thursday, July 23rd, 2026, he decided to go to Sara Gilson's home. Around 11 p.m., 911 received a domestic violence call, and they said they heard a woman screaming, followed what sounds like it was a gunshot. The phone hung up. Police called the home back. However, no one answered. Then all of a sudden, Sara Gilson's son called 911 from a neighbor's house saying that his stepfather had just shot his mother. When police arrive at Sara Gilson's home, they find Sara Gilson and her husband, Jeremiah, aka Sean Duffy, deceased from an apparent gunshot wound to the head. When police arrive, they do believe that it was a murder-suicide. They do believe that Jeremiah took the life of his wife, 43-year-old Sara Gilson, then turned the gun on himself and took his own life. Y'all, this is so very sad. So very sad. Sara was a beautiful mother. She had a son, she had a daughter, and everyone said she lived for her kids. She wanted to give her kids everything. She wanted her kids to have the best life. She lived for her kids every single day. And this monster came and took her life. Why? What did Sara do? Sara didn't do anything wrong. He was a person that did something wrong. And who knows why he was so angry? Was he angry at Sara for posting the TikTok trend 2 weeks earlier? Was he angry because Sara wanted nothing to do with him? Was he angry that he got caught doing something with a child? What was he so angry with Sara about? That's what I want to know. Were there phone calls? Were there text messages? Was Sara having trouble with her husband before he decided to take her life? What was it? My heart breaks for Sara. She did not deserve this. And she was such a beautiful light on social media, y'all. She was so wonderful. She was such a breath of fresh air. And this monster comes and takes her life. My thoughts and my prayers are with Sara's family, especially her two beautiful children. I hope y'all all remember the wonderful times y'all had with your mother, and I hope that y'all can always watch her TikTok videos, because she was a great person. I loved her. I followed her. I've been following Sara for a while, and I loved watching her videos. So I hope her kids can continue to watch her videos and see what a wonderful, loving mother she was. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, we do not know how unhinged Sara's husband was. We don't know what he was dealing with. But for him to go and take Sara's life and then his own life, there was a lot of demons going on in his mind. And he probably knew that he was facing serious jail time. He knew he was losing his wife. He was losing his family. He was losing his house. He was losing everything. And something snapped in him. And he thought to himself, you know what? I'm going to do this. And it's pretty sad. It's definitely pretty sad. As a social media influencer, I have over 40,000 followers. And as a social media influencer, we put ourselves out there every single day. We show the world our lives every single day. And sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing. And maybe when Sara's husband saw the TikTok trend, saw her make that video just 2 weeks before he took her life, maybe that snapped in him. Maybe he was upset about that. Who knows? But what we know is that something wasn't right with him. Something's not right with you when you decide to take someone else's life and take your own life. But this happened, And it's very sad that this happened. And once again, my thoughts and my prayers go out to Sara's family, especially her children. I hope y'all all can remember the great memories y'all had with your beautiful mother. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening. I will definitely see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime Queen videos. And as always, stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. And always know that I'm here for each and every one of y'all. I will see y'all later. I love y'all very much. And thank y'all once again. Bye.